Hello everyone, welcome to Asabri's kitchen yet again. Good to see you all back on my channel. So today is the story of the jackfruit, or panas we call it, or fanas we call it. Everybody has their own cuttle in a lot of places we call it. So I got a jackfruit from friend's garden and a few from my neighborhood. Very important thing about cutting a jackfruit is applying coconut oil to your hands. Makes it very easy and effortless. So after you cut the jackfruit, remove the gum with a banana leaf or a jackfruit leaf itself. Here I was sun drying some sand to preserve the seeds. I'm going to show you the process of how I preserve the seeds throughout the year. But this is more exciting, cleaning the jackfruit. Try to use a banana leaf so instead of a newspaper, because a lot of people use newspaper and it has ink which is not good for you. This is a very interesting recipe which I'm making of the mao, or the leftovers of the jackfruit. So you have to sun dry it for like good 3 or 4 days. This is how it looks. It's usually thrown out, it's not used. And family that eats together stays together. So this is my neighbor Bharti who is showing me how to make small bowls. In Goa we use it also during the Vadachi Puna to give away blessings and share the prasad. So it's called drone or van, it's called, during the Vata Purnima or Vadachi Puna. I just use it to eat jackfruit, store the seeds or dry the seeds. It's a very interesting process. So jasmine's mogra is in full bloom in my garden. So I'm sun drying it to make my tea. And this is how the mao looks like after it dries. Some more jackfruit cutting. This is a young jackfruit, sushel it's called. So I'm going to make a Sri Lankan vegetable of it, a very interesting one which I learned in Sri Lanka during my travels there. So you keep some water to boil in a earthen pot. You cover it up with a muslin cloth, the mouth of the pot, and let the jackfruit steam on it. So here is the process how I preserve my jackfruit seeds for almost a year. So you layer it sand and seeds and sand and seed, bikra and sand, like you would layer a biryani. Okay, and just close it and keep it in a cupboard wherever you want, in a dry place. This is the second method because I didn't go because of the whole pandemic. I shot this video last year. So during the pandemic I couldn't go out in the fields and get my shedu mati. So I am using multani mitti and haldi powder. You apply it well, mix it and let it sun dry for many days till it's like really crisp, and then you put it in a dabba and store it. So the jackfruits are getting steamed. It's almost done, I think. This is how it looks. Then you make it like a keema, like you would make it of chicken. So you just keep shredding it well. I prefer stone shredding because it makes it very interesting. Okay, the seeds are drying. So let's get to making the Sri Lankan jackfruit vegetable. Some onion, some garlic, some green chilies, pandan leaves, or they call that basmati leaf, which is used widely in Sri Lanka to give tadka, and the galmo or the shrimps, which is the hero of this dish. So start with coconut oil, mustard seeds, curry leaves, pandan leaves, garlic, chilies. Just don't chop them thin, like just keep them whole and like, so that you know it when you're eating. Add the galmo in the jackfruit, add salt, mix it well, and then add it to the tadka. And mix this all well. Stir it well. turmeric, coconut milk if you think it's becoming dry, to give that juicy, succulent flavor to it. A little bit of jaggery, coriander. You can skip the coriander if you don't like it. Mix it well and ready to eat. Jackfruit and galmo curry. So I'm going to make some nice mogra tea for me. Hot water. Add some hot water into the cup. I'm also making my dhoop, so there you can see it. Take a pori, the goan pori. Add some tomatoes, some vegetable. Make a nice big fat sandwich for you. And the jasmine tea. Enjoy my me time before my daughter comes for her share. So let's start making my favorite interesting recipe. That's the mao. So I call it the mango mao. So you just stir fry it in coconut oil. Don't deep fry it, just stir fry the mao in coconut oil. Now take a mango, a nice juicy mango, and remove the pulp of it. Yeah. Put some sesame seeds on the stir fried mao. And take candied sugar, khadi sakar if possible, or just sugar, any sugar is fine. Cook it. When the sugar is cooked, add the pulp of mango to it. It's a very, very interesting recipe I tried to create. Add some more sugar if you want, some ginger powder, and add the crisp fried mao into it. Usually we throw this out or give it to cows, but you can make this dish instead and add this. Finish it off with sesame seeds. You can also add a squeeze of lemon into it if you want, and you can just let it cool for a while and then store it. It stays up to a month, a good 1 month. My daughter loves this recipe, the mango mao. So let's start another recipe of the curry. It's coriander seeds, Kashmiri chili, a little bit of methi seeds, coconut, fresh coconut. Just grind it into paste. Add coconut oil, mustard seeds, hing. Then add your onions. This is a very interesting curry. It's called the jackfruit suke. You need ripe jackfruit for it, not very ripe, but like almost ripe. Then add the jackfruit. Then add the turmeric. So we call it the sasan or suke, whatever. I don't know. I just like the taste of it. The name doesn't matter really. Yeah. Then let it cook and finish it off with a drizzle of coconut oil if possible. Fresh homemade coconut oil. It goes very well with rice. This is my hero recipe, the jackfruit seed ladoos. Very, very nutritious and power-packed protein. And there I cut one more jackfruit. It's never enough. Jackfruit is never enough. So roast the seeds well, really well. It's like you roast your peanuts. Then remove the outer covering of the seeds. It's easy to remove it when you start roasting it and preparing. So this is how the mao looks, that white thing. I'm separating it. I'm going to sun dry it for next batch of the mango mao. So the roasted, for the ladoos, the roasted jackfruit seeds, you crush it. You can use a mixie or a blender, but I like this process. It's very therapeutic. Add coconut. You can not very fresh coconut, but like little dry coconut, jaggery, little salt, nutmeg, and elaichi powder. Just mix it well, really well, with lots of good energies, and roll it into ladoos. It's difficult to roll them. Then you can add coconut oil into it, some fresh coconut oil, and they just get gayab. My daughter just finishes them off. Very interesting and very nutritious snack. Store them. It doesn't stay for long, but it does store for like 15-20 days. This is the family jackfruit recipe which my grandmother makes. A typical Goan jackfruit vegetable, which is it has nothing more in it, just pepper, chilies and jaggery. So you give a tadka of red chilies, because I don't have green chilies, so I am using red chilies. Mustard seeds, haldi, pepper, lots of pepper, onions. You can skip the onions. My grandmother doesn't add onions into it. I am using them. Then you wash the jackfruit and you add with the seed jackfruit. So this is a raw jackfruit vegetable. It's quite of a process to make this. So because I don't want it to get burnt, I'm going to use and cook it with minimum oil. I'm going to add water on top of it. Chili powder I added, some more spice and lots of fresh coconut. This is a very typical Goan vegetable recipe. This is how the vegetable looks like finally. Thank you for being with me through my jackfruit journey and listening to my jackfruit story. Thank you so much. Do subscribe and like. See you soon.